Manhwas, where the main character has a cheat, is becoming more and more famous day by day. These characters have access to some kind of special abilities that give them an unfair advantage in their adventures. Whether it's superhuman strength or the power of a broken item, these characters have what it takes to overcome any obstacle and emerge victorious in every situation. So today I will be recommending you all top 10 manhwa and manhwa where the main character has a cheat. So let's start our list.
But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Coming at number 10 we have building the strongest Shaolin temple in another world. The main character was an ordinary person who gets reincarnated into the body of a Shaolin monk who was also the master of the Shaolin temple. Now armed with the cheat system, he must build the strongest Shaolin temple and make it the strongest among the three martial arts sects. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is decent. The main character is smart and cunning and takes advantage of other people for his own profit. The story is mainly focused on comedy, but there are also quite a few action scenes. However, the side characters are not written that nicely and the story sometimes gets a bit boring, so give it a try if you have nothing else to read. Coming at number 9 we have Rise of the Cheat User. Sun Ran, who was born in the slums, was a master at cheating in VR games. Using multiple identities, he traversed carefree through countless virtual worlds. But unexpectedly, he gets kicked out of the virtual worlds by an enforcer and finds himself riddled with a heavy debt of 900 million in the real world. Now, in order to pay off his debt, Sun Ran makes a deal with the central AI and becomes an enforcer himself. The art of this manhwa is really good, and even though its story is really confusing at the start, it gets better after a few chapters. The main character is a loser in real life but is kind of overpowered in the VR world. The side characters are supportive and they help the main character whenever he is in danger. Overall, if you are a fan of VR MMO manhwas, then you can give it a try. Coming at number 8 we have Ultimate Devouring System. Ye Zhuan was a game addict who gets transmigrated into the cultivation world. His soul gets reincarnated into the body of a cultivation genius that was ambushed and almost killed by his rivals. Watch him as he uses his cheat system to devour everything and takes revenge on the ones that had tried to kill him. The art of this manhwa is good and its story is decent. The main character gets a broken system that gave him all sorts of martial arts and divine weapons and made him stronger really quickly. The action scenes are decent but the side characters are not written that nicely. So give it a try and see if you like it. Coming at number 7 we have Just a Goblin. For centuries, human adventurers had slaughtered monsters for fun and hunted goblins for their body parts. But why did the humans kill them? This is the question Nog the Goblin inventor had been trying to answer. After accidentally unlocking an arcane power that allowed him to level up and grow his strength, he finally finds the courage to go outside and find the answers to his question. Watch him as he sets out on a dangerous quest across the world with his best friend to discover why humans hunt goblins. The art of this manhwa might be average, but its story is pretty good. The main character is quite smart for a goblin and makes weird inventions that fails most of the times. However, the side characters are all simple-minded and have a straightforward personality, which can make the story less entertaining. Coming at number 6 we have Life Player. The protagonist No Yun Ha was a berserk player who was often called the undead cause he was unable to die. But he finally meets his death while raiding a black dungeon that was considered impossible to clear. However, right after dying, he opens his eyes only to find out that he had returned to the past when he was still a child. This time, he wishes to live happily with his family, but it seems fate has different plans for him. This is a unique monsters and hunters manhwa. Its art is great, but its story is a bit weird and sometimes it gets difficult to figure out what's going on. The main character is strong and even though he has knowledge of the future, he acts stupid and is unable to prevent simple incidents from taking place. The side characters are nothing great but the action scenes are thrilling and are drawn very nicely. So if you're looking for a manhwa mainly focused on action, then you can give this one a read. Coming at number 5 we have I Became the Mad Emperor. Bang Guangsuk was an ordinary office worker who had binged read the serialized novel called The Great Human Demon War. After giving a donation to the novel's author, he gets a mysterious message that sends him to the world of the novel and reincarnates him in the body of the Mad Emperor, who was the main antagonist of that story. Now he must do whatever he can to change the story and prevent the world from going to ruin. This is a generic reincarnation manhwa with a bit of twists in its plot. Even though the main character becomes the emperor, he doesn't have complete control over him and can only change some of his actions using his knowledge of the novel. Overall, this is a must read for people looking for unique reincarnation manhwa. Coming at number 4, we have Be the Actor. The protagonist Jang Young-guk dreamt of being successful and rich ever since he was a kid. After working hard for a really long time, he managed to achieve great success as a supporting actor and received the first and honorable Best Supporting Actor award. However, on that day, he visits his mother on her deathbed, whom he had neglected for years. Horrified by her death, Young-guk ends his own life and finds himself regressed back to the past. Now he decides to live a peaceful life while taking care of his mother. But living a peaceful life might not be as easy as it seems. This is a pretty wholesome manhwa with good art and a good storyline. The main character is likable and takes care of the people around him. He goes through character development and learns the importance of the people he had neglected in his previous life. So if you are looking for a casual manhwa, then this one is definitely for you. Coming at number 3, we have Dr. Player. Raymond was the illegitimate son of the king who was treated a trash by everyone. After being shamed and scorned, he runs away and awakens as a healer, only to end up being ridiculed for getting an F rank. But one day, a miracle falls upon him and he somehow awakens as a player and gets a SSS rank job of a surgeon. Now armed with the knowledge of otherworldly medical arts, Raymond is ready to turn his life around and become a legend in the history of the kingdom. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is good. The main character is a wimp at the start but goes through character development after getting cheat-like skills. He's also money-minded and prepares many schemes to earn more and more money. However, the only thing I don't like are the side characters who are annoying till the end. So overall, this is a manhwa with good potential that you should read at least once. Coming at number 2, we have a modern man who got transmigrated into the Murim world. The main character was a public official who worked part-time to make a living. Later, he gets knocked out and dies after getting hit by a speeding car while he was making deliveries. But later, when he opens his eyes, he finds himself reincarnated into the body of the second son of a collapsing clan that had neither any authority nor any money. Now it's up to him to take his family out of debt and reach the pinnacle of success he couldn't reach in his previous life. This is a really unique Murim manhwa. Even though its plot is simple, its execution is just perfect. The main character is smart and uses his modern world knowledge to start a business in the Murim world. The side characters are all well thought out and all of them learn their place after witnessing the main character's true power. Overall, this is a really good read and I'll highly recommend you to give it a try. Coming at number 1, we have King of the Mound. Through a combination of numerous injuries, a weak frame, and financial difficulties, the protagonist Lee Jin-yong gave up on being a baseball athlete and lived as a factory employee instead. But one day, the spirit of baseball hero who was hailed as a legend in Korea, as well as Lee Jin-yong's idol who passes away 10 years ago, appeared before him, and at the same time, a mysterious pop-up window gave Jin-yong the constitution of a pitcher. Now he returns to the field to become the king of the mound. This is a very unique manhwa with an amazing art style and good storyline. The main character is hard worker and uses his cheat very efficiently. And just after a few chapters, he gets many cheat-like skills that make him really overpowered. The side characters are also great and they help the main character grow even further. So if you are a fan of sports manhwa, then you will definitely like this one. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.